Merhaba. So, in this lesson, you're going to explore one of the most expressive parts in Turkish grammar, the conditional. You were hoping this would come one day, right? So, how to talk about things that might happen, could happen, would happen. We'll learn the conditional suffixes, how they work with nonverbal and verbal sentences, and how to understand and use conditional clauses in everyday language. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to say things like, wherever they went, they had fun. So what if it's raining? If only I knew Turkish. Say whatever you want. If you're my friend, then you'll help me. Let's dive in. And I'm going to start with the nonverbal sentences this time. I mean, I know I leave this to the end usually, but let's, make a difference right now. Change things a little bit. The suffix is ise. Ye is the buffer. Se sa. Whenever you hear se sa in the verb, you should realize it's a conditional, right? It's a conditional sentence. So I'm going to add this to nonverbal sentences, and I'm going to use öğretmen first. Öğretmensem. So se added to it, and then the personal marker, meaning if I'm a teacher. So this is the beginning. You should finish the sentence, of course. It's a conditional. And then it goes like that for each pronoun, öğretmensen, öğretmense, right? So it goes like that. Let's add one to hasta, right? It's ending with a vowel to see the ye buffer. Hastaysam. So it's not, just ye is just not there. We say it, hastaysam. It actually allows you to say it better, hastaysam, if I'm sick. And then it goes like hastaysan, hastaysa, right? And in the negative, değil, what happens when you add it to the negative, değilsem, if I'm not, öğretmen değilsem, if I'm not a teacher, right? Değilsen, değilse, it goes like that. And of course, you can add this to var and yok, varsa, yoksa, and so it is very straightforward like that. Let's look at some examples, few examples here. Sen öğretmensen, bana Türkçe öğretebilirsin. If you're a teacher, you can teach me Turkish. O hastaysa doktora gitmesi lazım. If he's sick, he should see a doctor. Biz burada mutlu değilsek taşınmalıyız. If we are not happy here, we should move. Okay, so you see conditional comes first, and then the second part, the main clause comes. What happens when you add it to the verbal sentences? So for that, se sa still working, right? So you can add this to any kind of tense. And I'm going to start with the present continuous tense. Gidiyor means going, right? So let's say that I am going, gidiyorum, but you are going to say gidiyorsam. So the tense mark first, conditional and personal marker. Gidiyorsam, if I'm going. Gidiyorsan, gidiyorsa, gidiyorsak, it goes like that. And if it's past tense, gitti is the past tense, right? So again, you say the tense first, gitti, and then add the condition, gittiysem. Gittiysem means if I went. Gittiysen, gittiyse, gittiysek, gittiyseniz, gittilerse. Ali kütüphaneye gittiyse akşama kadar çalışır. If Ali went to the library, he'll be studying until the evening. Sana soru soruyorsam bana cevap vermelisin. If I'm asking you a question, you should answer me. And here's one in negative. I mean, in negative comes first, and then the tense, and then the conditional, and then the personal marker. Yemek yemeyeceksek restorana gitmeyelim. If we're not going to eat, let's not go to the restaurant. So yemeyeceksek. So yiyeceksek. So it is pretty straightforward, and it can be applied to all tenses. There's one note, very important one, because there is a shortened version in colloquial Turkish, and it looks like this. And it happens in the past tense. So you would hear people saying gittimse, gittinse, gittiyse, gittiysek, gittiyseniz, gittiyseler, or gittilerse. These are often used instead of gitseydim. That's what you would probably also hear, and so but these are very common colloquials. Okay. Yarın bu saatlerde spor yaptımsa hemen bir şeyler yemem gerekecek. If I worked out around this time tomorrow, I'll need to eat something right away. İstanbul'a gittiysen bilirsin. Çok kalabalık bir şehir. If you've been to Istanbul, you'll know it's a very crowded city. So you see, in these sentences, it's a little bit different, right? So this is conditional, and I think it's expected that there should be tense agreement between the main and the subclause. So these are two sentences, they should agree in the meaning of the sentence, like the tenses should agree. And here is what I'm talking about. For instance, eğer konsere gideceksen ben de seninle geleceğim. So it's both future tense. If you're going to the concert, I'll come with you. So it makes sense, right? Sana gelmişlerse ben gidiyorum. Yes, it is, it can be, it can happen, but it's a very confusing one too. So this sentence is incorrect because tenses don't match. So pay attention to that. So there are some familiar expressions that are actually conditionals. You've seen these things without knowing they're conditional, so it's time to let you know. For instance, arzu ederseniz, it means if you wish, right? It's used, when you're making a decision in a group. Arzu ederseniz, yani buraya park edebilirsiniz. Nasıl istersen, as you like. Bana sorarsanız, if you ask me. Sizin için uygunsa, if it's convenient for you. Bana kalırsa, if it's up to me. Aklın varsa, if you have any sense. Canın isterse, which is the theme of this unit. Canın isterse, if you feel like it. And then some adverbials, like some that you've seen and you probably didn't think about what really where this is coming from. Öyleyse means if so, and it's coming from conditional. Nasıl olsa, since anyway. Neyse, right? Neyse, which is like usually a filler word in Turkish, whatever, anyway, kind of thing. Practice makes perfect, as I always say. So this is all for this video, and I hope you're gonna enjoy your worksheets so that you come to class prepared. And this is conditional. If you have questions, we'll talk about them in class. Kolay gelsin. Görüşürüz.